The story of Kandina, Jakartamala tale number 13. During his sojourn at Jetavana, the Buddha encountered a young monk whose thoughts were entangled with visions of his wife. In a moment of desperation, the monk implored the Buddha to permit his return to familial life. In response, the Buddha chose to impart a parable. Once in the illustrious capital of Magadha, Rajagaha, herds of deer were frequently compelled to venture into the forests, as the local populace relished hunting wild deer for sustenance. In search of nourishment, some deer would venture into nearby villages during daylight, typically returning as dusk descended. In a bordering region, there lived an ignorant and desirable deer, enamored with a domesticated female deer. One fateful day, while foraging for food, this deer lingered in the village, yearning for companionship with the domesticated female. However, their idyllic aspirations were shattered when hunters ambushed them, and upon realizing the wild deer's identity, they mercilessly ended its life. Observing this tragic event from a nearby vantage point was the Bodhisattva, embodied as a tree deity. He witnessed the calamitous demise of the ignorant deer, and reflected on the profound implications of its fate. Bodhisattva discerned that the deer's demise stemmed from unchecked desire. Enlightened, he proclaimed aloud that desire invariably leads to suffering, as those who cling to their desires ultimately invite turmoil. The other deities in the vicinity, moved by his poignant words, offered blossoms in tribute to the Bodhisattva. Upon concluding the tale, the Buddha elucidated the Four Noble Truths to the young monk. Through the Buddha's teachings, the monk liberated himself from his attachments, attaining the initial stage, entering a streaming level of enlightenment. Ultimately, the Buddha revealed that the wise tree deity was, in fact, himself, while the naive deer symbolized the young monk's own inclination to abandon the monastic path in favor of returning to his wife.